All right, let's talk about money. If you've been feeling that squeeze lately, with costs going up for everything, and you're ready to get ahead of it all, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're putting together your 2026 financial playbook. It's a simple three-step game plan to help you really take back control. Let's dive in. This quote from a saver on Reddit just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? So many of us are just done with looking in the rearview mirror, always reacting to what we've already spent. We want to get in the driver's seat. We want to plan for the road ahead. It's all about shifting from being reactive to being proactive. So, first things first, let's just acknowledge the challenge we're all up against. And hey, it's not just in your head. There is a real, measurable financial squeeze happening to pretty much everyone right now. And this chart, man, this tells the whole story. On one side, you've got the cost of everything, groceries, gas, rent, just climbing and climbing. And on the other side, for a lot of folks, wages just aren't keeping pace. That gap that's growing right in the middle, that's the source of so much stress. And that's exactly what our playbook is designed to fix. Okay, so how do we start fighting back? Well, it all begins right here. This is the foundation of getting control back, and that's mastering your budget. But hold on, we are not talking about your parents' old restrictive kind of budgeting. This is something different. This right here is the crucial mindset shift. See, old budgeting was all about looking backward, scrolling through your bank statement and feeling kind of guilty, right? The new way is proactive. You make a plan for your money before the month even starts. It's the difference between tracking and planning. And honestly, it's the difference between feeling punished and feeling powerful. The system behind this is called zero-based budgeting. And the core idea is incredibly simple, but wow, is it a game changer. You give every single dollar a job. Seriously, whether its job is to pay rent, buy groceries, go into savings, or get invested, every dollar gets an assignment. This isn't about saying no to everything. It's about being intentional with your yeses. And look, you don't have to take my word for it. This is the kind of thing you hear over and over from people who try this. It's not just a small tweak. It's a total transformation of your relationship with money. It gives you this amazing feeling of control, maybe for the very first time. Okay, so once you get your budget humming along, you're going to start freeing up some cash, which is awesome. But that brings us to step 2, making sure that money doesn't just sit there, doing nothing. It's time to put your savings on the payroll and make it work for you. Yeah, 4.20%. APY, that just means annual percentage yield. It's the interest you earn in a year. Right now, this is the kind of rate you can find in the top high-yield savings accounts, and it represents a massive opportunity that, frankly, most people are just missing out on. I mean, just look at this. The difference is absolutely wild. Well, these top accounts are offering over 4%. The national average that most big banks give you is, well, it's barely anything. That huge gap, that's money you're leaving on the table. It's money your savings could be earning for you. Let's make this super real for a second. Think about your emergency fund, that cash you've got tucked away for a rainy day. Just by moving it from a regular standard savings account into one of these high-yield ones, it could be earning roughly 7 times more interest. It just grows in the background all by itself without you lifting a finger. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, this is the really exciting part. Once your budget is dialed in and your savings are finally working hard, you can start building the real engine for long-term wealth, passive income. A fantastic, and I mean really accessible, way to get started is with something called a REIT. That stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. Just think of it like this. Instead of needing huge down payment to buy one rental property, you can buy a tiny little piece of a giant portfolio of properties. We're talking shopping centers, warehouses, apartment buildings, even cell towers, all just as easily as buying a share of a stock. And getting started, it's probably way easier than you think. Step 1, you open a brokerage account online. That's just an account that lets you buy investments. Step 2, you buy shares of a REIT. And step 3, you start earning passive income from these regular payments they make to investors called dividends. It's really one of the simplest ways to get your foot in the door as a real estate investor. And there are some great options out there for beginners. Here are just a few solid examples. You could invest in Prologis and own a piece of the warehouses that power all our online shopping. Or American Tower, which owns essential cell towers. And check out Realty Income. People love this one because they actually call themselves the monthly dividend company. They pay you out every single month. Of course, any investment has its ups and downs, but these are often seen as really stable ways to get started. So there you have it. Let's pull all of this together now into one simple, powerful toolkit you can use to start building a much stronger financial future, like today. So here it is, the whole playbook in 3 straightforward steps. First, you master your budget by giving every single dollar a job to do. Second, you make your savings work for you by moving it to a high-yield account. And third, you start building that passive income stream with accessible investments like REITs. See how each step builds on the last? It creates this incredibly powerful system for financial control. Look, this whole playbook is about one thing: turning your money from something that causes stress into a powerful tool that works for you. It's there, it's ready, it's just waiting for your instructions. So the only question left to ask is, what job are you going to give it first?